Hey Scorpio, this general reading is for you. Scorpio, you're a water sign, so Cancer and Pisces can also relate, resonate. Actually, my messages are universal, so it's for everybody to relate and resonate. If it's not your story, don't push it to fit. These are general readings, so I could be picking up more than one energy or an overall energy of the Scorpio. Scorpios, I do feel like that you're learning to really stay and stand in your own power. You learn to really realize what it is that you want and need in your life. I feel like that Scorpios are reconsidering certain people or situations that they've got going around them, because I do feel like that there's energies around Scorpios that are trying to get their attention, but I feel like the Scorpios would rather feel alone, feel like they're being abandoned, when you and I both know that's not the case, and that you're never alone, even when there's not people physically around you. So Scorpios, make sure that you're praying to God and your angels, and that you have what it takes to shine, because that's the Sun card in tarot. So I do feel like there's happiness coming in the direction of Scorpio during the month of July. I do feel like that Scorpios are going to have a better understanding of where they're coming from and where they're going. I know that Scorpios were feeling stuck for a moment, but I do feel like that Scorpios are going to heal from whatever it is that they feel like it's disturbing their peace of mind. I feel like that Scorpios are going to have signs, symbols, and synchronicities come in their direction to have a better understanding of where they stand in their life. So let me shuffle 4 times. Yeah, Scorpio, I feel like that you're just going with the flow. I feel like that you have a better understanding of where you're coming from. I know that for Scorpios that they went through a tower moment where they feel like they didn't deserve to be loved, or if they weren't, they felt like that they weren't lovable. But I feel like through better understanding of where they're coming from, I feel like that Scorpios these days are going to go with the flow. They're not going to put drama or put attention to things that are trying to get a reaction out of them. I feel like that Scorpios have let their tower fall to only rebuild with the firmer foundation and a better understanding of what people or situations they deserve to have in their life and moving forward. I know that that Scorpios are going through a struggle right now where they're trying to figure out, what person or situation serves them purpose. I do feel like that Scorpios are going to go through a heartbreak. I feel like they're going to start really getting some deep healing done during the month of July. They're going to start overcoming things that no longer serve them purpose. I do feel like that Scorpios are still healing from things from the past that they're starting to realize was hindering themselves from moving forward. I feel like the energy of a Scorpio is coming to realize that they have to look within, and that it's themselves that is holding themselves back. That it's not anybody outside of themselves that is holding themselves back. I feel like that Scorpios are going to move past the sadness, are no longer going to isolate themselves from people and or situation, places, or things that serve them purpose. I do feel like that Scorpios are going to go with the flow during the month of July, and have more clarity of what it is that they want and need in their life, and that they're going to find balance, because I do see that there's a new beginning for a Scorpio, but it's up to the Scorpio to be emotionally mature, ready to receive whatever's coming after them, because this is the bottom of the deck, rebuild, okay? And then, which is the Tower, all right, in tarot. Then the Hermit came right after. And then clarity of belief. And then healing. And then finding balance. And that they're going to move on from people's situations that no longer feel or serve them purpose. And they're going to put the dedicated effort and working towards finding the best version of themselves. And when they do that, there's going to be new beginnings, new relationships and or friendships that are going to be there for them for their highest good. I feel like that Scorpios, being a water sign, they're pretty intuitive. Water signs are pretty intuitive. But I feel like some of the energies of Scorpio wasn't sure to pull the veil off. But I feel like that Scorpios are going to do well and looking past the illusion, because the third eye chakra popped up, and that means seeing. That means seeing without sight. That means, they're going to start seeing how situation, people, places, things are viewed. And the first card that came out was number 10, okay? And number 10 is flow, and number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. So it's all about endings and beginnings of certain cycles that no longer serve their purpose, and going into a new cycle that brings about for their greater good, okay? So the key words for this card is attract, expect, release, serendipity, cycles, expansion. The energies around you at this time are positive and are driving you forward. Let yourself flow with these energies and put them to good use. This is an opportune time to attract your heart's desire. Do you want more love, peace, or greater understanding? Is your heart calling out for a new relationship? Does the current relationship need improvement? Focus on your desires and allow them to manifest by expecting them to. Okay? At the same time, release yourself to the flow. Events greater than you that you could ever imagine may be heading your way. Project your desires, but also be open to new possibilities. Good fortune and joyful synchronicities come with the flow card. Open your heart and arms wide and embrace what comes to you. Nothing is static. Life flows in cycles, expanding and contracting, changing and growing. You may be entering a new cycle regarding matters of the heart. Welcome this new cycle. When a stone is tossed into the pond, that ripple flow with the water it's expanding and growing. You're in an excited period of forward movement and expansion, heading into the unknown. This forward movement may guide you into a possible new relationship or possibly out of old ones. In either case, know the changes for your higher good. The energy of expansion will help you grow into your new situation gracefully, safely, and comfortably. The affirmation for this card is, Scorpio, I move forward with grace and ease. And again, this is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So, and that gives I believe that's Jupiter, and that, gives the energy of growth, expansion, luck, wisdom. So, I know that Scorpios are having it rough right now. They're healing from things that they don't understand. But it's time to see things and trust that intuition and looking within. Because the third eye chakra has to do with learn to see without sight. It has to do with, how you're viewing the situation. It has to do with what are your perceptions of the situation. Are you being immature? Are you not seeing the situation for what it is, or are you seeing the situation for what you think it is and not for what it actually is? So Scorpio, please look within and really look at the situation for what it is and not what you think it is. Because I feel like that the energy of a Scorpio is overlooking certain people or situations and putting a judgment on something that they're not fully aware of. okay? And when you start to do that, I feel like that you're going to shine your light on certain aspects, okay? This is the Nine of Cups, and Nine of Cups has to do with wishes. It has to do with, you know, putting work towards something and having goals and aspirations. It has to do with, you know, being content on what it is that you want and need in your life, and, you know, kind of do an inventory of what is important and what's not important. Release and let go of people, places, and situations that no longer serve your purpose. Scorpio, what it is that you want, what it is that you need. Because if you're emotionally immature and unavailable, then you don't really know what you need, and you don't really know what you want, and you don't have the right to tell somebody else, you know, give somebody else advice if you can't love yourself enough to understand yourself. Because I feel like the energy of some Scorpios are setting their opinion on certain situations that I don't feel like they're emotionally mature to understand. And these are, you know, younger energies of Scorpio. I feel that are 30 and younger, that are having these perceptions of certain beliefs that don't serve them purpose in the present, and that they're setting their opinions on things that they haven't emotionally matured themselves enough to understand. But I feel like that during the month of July, there's going to be a big spiritual energy growth for the energy of Scorpio, where they're going to shift and have a better understanding, so that way they can start working towards their goals and aspirations, where their dreams are going to come true, okay? Again, this is the Nine of Cups, so continue to release the old to make room for the new, because the goals and aspirations that you've been working towards, this card definitely signifies that you know, you have your cups in a row, but to continue to emotionally mature, meaning that not every reaction needs an emotion, not every reaction needs an over dramatic response. So the energy of a Scorpio, I really do feel like that you need to balance your emotions to better understand where you're coming from and how you can relate and resonate with other people, because your emotional maturity level is not for all audiences. I feel like it's for audiences that you know, are younger and immature. So I feel like the energy of a Scorpio for the older energies are truly understanding where they're coming from and where they're going. But I feel like the energies of a Scorpio 30 years and under are truly not understanding, you know, why a person feels the way they do towards them. And, you know, Scorpios have, you know, the reputation that they have the reputation that they come off standoffish, and I can definitely see why Scorpios come off standoffish. So my phone is about to die, so I am going to put it on the charger. So bear with me. You already saw my cards if you want to rewind and see where they were placed, but it's a 5-card success spread. So Scorpios, I do feel like that, you know, when you start having a better understanding where people come from and how people are approaching you, I think that this is sadness and isolation. I think that you'll be able to overcome the heartbreak, overcome the judgment that you may have on some people. I feel like that Scorpios tend to overanalyze and overthink on certain situations in their life that causes them to be overdramatic. So I do feel like that Scorpios are going to have a big positive energy shift in the month of July, and truly have a better understanding who to trust, what to trust, and heal themselves the distrust that they feel among certain people and situations. So again, this would be considered 3 of Swords. This is actually black, even though the color looks different. Okay, the key words for this card is sorrow, disappointment, trust, healing. Love can bring both joy and sorrow. When disappointment enters your life, it's important to acknowledge the accompanying sadness and feeling of loss. However, it's equally vital not to dwell on the loss. The temptation may be to isolate yourself from the world and cling to your grief. This card is a reminder that to trust the situation, as hard as it may, is in your best interest. It's time to gently let go of the sorrow and disappointment, okay? Sorrow can hold you back or it can elevate you to new levels of understanding, and focusing on your sadness and loss will prevent you from attracting. Um, Sorrow can hold you back and it can also elevate you to new levels of understanding. Focusing on your sadness and loss will prevent you from attracting new positive energy around relationships. So it's time to turn your disappointment into hope for the future. Ask what lessons you can learn from the situation. Move beyond despair into healing and joyful love. Let go and move on. You have more powerful spiritual forces helping you that you can ever imagine. So if you believe in God and the angels or whatever you believe in, what they're asking you is that stop judging a certain person or situation that you're not fully aware of. I feel like that the energy of a Scorpio is putting their judgment or overthinking or overanalyzing the situation that don't need to be overthought and overanalyzed. I feel like the energy of some Scorpios are kind of confused and not content in what they have got going on in their life, and I feel like that they're seeking out unhealthy attention in ways that people can't figure out what direction they're coming from. I feel like the energy of a Scorpio knows what it is that they want in their life, but I feel like the energy of a Scorpio is holding themselves back from truly communicating what it is that they need and deserve in their life. Scorpios, I do feel like that there's going to be a lot more healing going on for you during the month of July. I feel like that you're going to look within and trust your intuition on what it is, on what kind of attention you want to set out for and move forward with, because I feel like the energy of a Scorpio is attracting the wrong attention from the wrong people, and that's why I kind of feel like that Scorpios are feeling kind of sad, lonely, and isolating themselves and not sure what it is that they want. I do feel like the energy of a Scorpio is going to go through a big healing, and the outcome is healing. So Scorpios, keep on doing whatever you're doing. Keep on trusting your intuition on what it is that you need and want in your life, because I feel a little bit confusion in your energy. I feel like that you're not looking at things for what they are, and that you're looking at things for what you think it is. So the outcome for you, Scorpio, is healing begins. Keyword: release, heal, assistance, hope. The energies around you now are guiding you towards a better place concerning dealings of the heart. These energies bring new information, new ideas, and new people to you. They will assist you in evaluating your current situation and help you improve it. Even good situations can be made better. What are your hopes and dreams around relationships, Scorpio? Be comforted that you're being moved in their direction now. This is a time of healing, a time to let go of past issues and more steadily forward. Better times are just around the corner. The letting go may include difficult relationships, the need to control the fear of being alone, and anything else that's causing stress and unhappiness. By releasing them, you free yourself to embrace the supportive energy around you. Allow it to carry you onward and let the healing begin. Okay, Scorpio? So again, Scorpio, moving forward, don't compare your present relationships and or friendships to the past, okay? Because that's basically you holding emotional baggage that no longer serves your purpose in the present. I do feel like that during the month of July, Scorpio's perceptions are going to start shedding some light on certain situations that they did overthink and were being over dramatic. I do feel like the energy of a Scorpio is going to spiritually grow into their own and have a better understanding of what and who they want in their life. So clearly decide what it is and who you want in your life, and don't set your opinions and your perceptions on things that you experienced from the past. Yes, you have life experience from the past, but those are to teach you life lessons and to let go of the emotion of the past. So learn to forgive yourself and forgive others and let go of the emotion of the past and stay in the present of what emotions that you want to set off moving forward. Sometimes, again, not every response deserves an emotional reaction, so make sure that you use your intellect over your emotion so that way you can better understand where someone's coming from, and heal, Scorpio, because you have what it takes basics succeed, but I really feel like that your old perceptions of what you once thought in the past is hindering what you once needed, what you need and want in the present. So always stay in the present, Scorpio, and when the past comes back to bite you, it's to say, hey, what life lessons can I learn from it? Why is the past coming back around? It's because there's some leftover residual of old emotions that no longer serve you purpose in the present. So make sure that you're mindful that you're not serving old emotions from the present when responding to situations in the present. And again, use your intellect side over emotion. Sometimes you do have to do a head over heart, but again, look within, trust your intuition, and believe in yourself, and give yourself the self-love and self-care that you need to fully understand what is it that makes a Scorpio unemotional and detached. I'm just saying. Thank you, Scorpio.